Well, good afternoon. Hello, everyone. It could be afternoon, evening, wherever you are around the world. I am so excited to welcome you to our tech savvy and purpose driven AI and me session. For those of you who may be joining us for the first time, please say hello. First time, second time. If you are here all the time, please come in and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from. I am Dr. Anana. I'm the founder of Blessed Girls, and Blessed Girl was created with a clear mission to educate, empower, and equip girls and young women to walk confidently in their identity, to make wise decisions, and to lead with purpose in every area of their lives. And so we believe that our girls are not just preparing for the future, but they are shaping it. So to all my blessed girls out there, hey, you know we are to be bold, to be you, and to be blessed. And today, listen, I'm excited about our session. Today, the future really includes artificial intelligence, which you all know. And so I hope you got your pen, your paper. Are you ready? Are you ready? I got my journal. I am ready because this is going to be a great time, a great session, a great afternoon for us to really delve into technology. You know, you can never know enough. You sure don't have all the tools. And why? Because it's rapidly changing, right? And AI is influencing classrooms, careers, entrepreneurship, research, communication. There is not a thing that you do, a place that you go today that AI is not a part of it. And even the way we think and how we solve problems, AI is a part of that. So I am excited about today's session because we understand that what really matters the most is really educating and empowering our young people as well as our community on the benefits, the resources, the tools that are only as powerful as the hands that use them. And you know, we talk about empowering, right? Empower. There are so many tools out there, but do you know about them? Are you aware of them? And our goal today is not just to talk about AI. Our goal is to help you understand it, to use it wisely, and to stay grounded in who you are while navigating a tech-driven world. Again, get your pen, paper. You coming in for the first time, say hello to us, all right? I want you to leave this session feeling informed, confident, equipped, and inspired to use technology as a tool. So I say I'm gonna use technology as a tool and not a distraction. Can we all agree sometime, right? We be on things and it's more distracting than not. And so today is just about that. So I am grateful. I'm gonna get right out the way because listen, this is a world-renowned, sought-out trainer that we have today, and she has graced us with her presence. And so I am honored to introduce to you all our guest speaker, our AI expert, Miss Janine Biggins. Miss Janine, she brings not only her expertise in artificial intelligence, in AI and technology, but also a passion. And I can say this personally, a passion for education, a passion for entrepreneurship, for branding, and altogether like ethical innovation, right? How to do things, how to work smarter and not harder. And she understands both the power and the responsibility that comes with AI. And she is here to help us navigate this space with clarity and confidence. Y'all know we talk about it, right? Our C's, clarity and confidence. Janine, thank you for partnering with Blessed Girls and for investing your time and your expertise into the next generation of leaders. I am so grateful to have you here. I hope everyone, again, is ready to hear all that she is going to share and pour into us today. Hello, hello. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Thank
Good.
you so much for being here. I am grateful
Thanks for
to
having me.
have you. I done told the audience they got to get ready to take notes, ask questions, right? We want them to lean
Yes,
in. They can type in the chat any questions that they have as you're sharing. We'll definitely have a Q&A
definitely.
toward the ends of it, but this is definitely going to be an interactive and insightful time. So let's grow, let's learn, and let's lead with purpose. Janine, the floor is yours.
All righty. Well, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm going to put my PowerPoint up here and pray that you can see it. Can you see that, Anana? Okay. So we'll be talking about AI for student, not only student, but everyone's success at this point. And I'm going to go to our next slide. A little bit about me. As Nana mentioned, I am an AI certified consultant and trainer. I was actually trained in 2023, gosh, 3 years now, by the Little Sisters, Alicia and Lorette Little, based out of Atlanta. Alicia Little, Lyttle. The company is AI Innovision. And I mentioned that, and another mentor of mine is Dr. Kimberly West. These are all African American women who are killing it in this field. Now, I've done digital marketing for over 20 years. I started my first businesses online back when there was no social media. I'm going to date myself, 1997. We had AOL dial up, okay, well, etc. And I was just amazed that I could reach people by sitting in my living room or office all over the world. I've been blessed to be a business advisor for the Washington, D.C. Small Business Center, and currently I am with Baltimore. So you feel free, you can scan or you can take screenshots of anything I'm showing you. There will be a time at the end where we will have some resources for you, so don't worry. We will be covering a lot, but please feel free to ask me any questions and I'll stop. So going on, and I always start, if you've ever heard me speak anywhere, we only have 24 hours a day. And I don't care you're black, white, green, old, young. No one has more hours a day than anyone else. So it's really what you do with it that makes a difference. And what has happened with AI when it came on the scene, or ChatGPT as we know it, or OpenAI, which was fall of 2022, that's when it became available for our smaller businesses. Now, AI has been around since the 50s. It's not nothing new. But as far as small businesses being able to use it, it's affordable. That really started happening in November of 2022. So it has been a game changer, especially for people that are solopreneurs, people that have small businesses. Maybe you might have a mom and pop. It may just be two of you or three of you or one of you. It has really made a difference in that respect. So we're going to be talking about a few things about building careers and education for our students, etc. And also, if you're a parent, helping your student. This is important too, because it has actually helped parents know what their kids are doing, help them with their homework. As we know, my mother used to say, and friends of mine that have small children, this new math is crazy. And then we'll also be talking about entrepreneurship, how to start businesses. You can start a business, and it doesn't matter what age you are now. Think about that. At any age, or if you're working, with most people are doing, and starting a business, okay? So what is AI? The field of AI, artificial intelligence, explores the creation of intelligent agents capable of perceiving the environment and taking action. It still is tech. You still need humans, although some people will probably say everything's taking over. You still need humans, even to the point of needing humans to help AI or keep it ethical, if you will. Okay. Now, AI is all around us and has been around us. Netflix, when it gives you personal recommendations for movies or shows, what you should watch next. We all know Siri. If you have any Apple products and you're in your car, you can say, "Hey Siri," and I better close my phone because it'll start dialing. Call mom, or call Anana, or call whatever. That is AI. They're voice assistants. And then, of course, our good old GPS. Now, years ago, back in the day, we had MapQuest. So you had to go online on your computer. We had to go put the addresses we wanted to go in, right? And then from there, we actually had to print it out. That was MapQuest. But now GPS, we can put the information in. It'll move to whatever next. And if you change directions, what does it do? It'll recalculate and populate and tell you a different way to go. Believe it or not, that's all AI. Okay. So the benefits, why we use AI and why people are all crazy. If you remember years ago, many years ago, when the internet first came out, if you will, they call it the World Wide Web. I saw a replay of, I think it was the Today Show. I think it was maybe back in early 80s. Yeah, early 80s. And Brian Gumble was calling it, and Katie Couric was calling it the World Wide Web. And will it last, which I find fascinating now. We're kind of there with AI now. Internet is a part of our everyday lives. A lot of our children, that's all they know. They don't know anything about dial-up. They don't know anything about being on the phone and you couldn't get on the computer, or it taking forever to dial up. And Lord knows, don't ever have to worry about trying to get online or download a file. Okay, so it's supercharged learning. So now, even with Google, if you think back, we put stuff in Google if we wanted to find out things, and it would do it. But now we can talk it. So it's almost kind of bypass Google in a way. It's more faster. We have our phones. Many times from my bed, if I wake up at some crazy hour in the morning, which I do a lot, and I think the Lord is just trying to talk to me at that time, I may think of something off the top of my head, and I say, hey, ChatGPT, find out XYZ, and it'll do it. So that's kind of where we are. We also have unlimited creativity, which is amazing. So when you come up with an idea, here it says a writer's block, or in the middle of the night or middle of the day, or you're sitting in traffic, you're like, I wonder if I could do so and so. You can take out your phone and you can, do a voice record so that you don't forget it, because people of a particular age like myself, we do forget things, and then you can go back to it later. All right. So if you think of these, just like 3 examples in your daily life, just think about it. Just an AI, we call it a scavenger hunt. Even email spam filters, you can say, I don't want to see any more emails from XYZ. That's actually AI. Now we can open our phones, our computers, files by our face, right? And you can put it up and it'll recognize your face. And like me, if I don't have my glasses on, and when I did the Face ID biometrics and I did with my glasses, it won't find it with my glasses off, which I think is funny. So these are things, and I want you to start thinking about, just kind of take notice of like, this is AI, okay? Now, the way it works, it's not magic, it's math. Remember, it's still technology. So AI cannot come to my house and fix my toilet. AI cannot come to my house and paint my wall. At least not yet, without probably paying a whole lot. These are things that humans still have to do. And you have to correct AI, because it will kind of start going off to the next level about what you're doing if it doesn't know. Okay. So now, although it's great and everything's wonderful, there are risks attached, okay? It does become biased, especially, okay, so I started playing around with it January of 2023, kind of when I did my first like mini info session. I think it was March. And when you should put things in ChatGPT, and that was back on like version 3, I think. And I was in the plus size industry a lot, which is for larger women. Do you know that it would not let me type in plus size? It would think that was a bad word, which is crazy. It would force me to use fat, which I just hated. But these are the different biases. Also for African Americans or people of color, when I put in create me a little girl, African American girl with Afro puffs, what it gave me back was not African American girl with Afro puffs. So there were biases, as we call garbage in and garbage out. So even though I put the right thing in there, it still would say, no, it would give me something else. Now, here we are 2.0 versions early, now later, and it's very cognizant. It knows about the biases. It still has a little way to go, but it's much, much, much better. Okay. Then we talk about the hallucination. It will sometimes give you false facts as if it said, no, this was born this particular day, and Janine was president of uh, Maryland or whatever. Like, no, that's not true. So it will hallucinate. Okay. So you want to trust but verify when it comes to the content. Now, back in the day, ChatGPT wouldn't give you the kind of like reference points. So that's where we go into a different one, and we'll talk a little bit about that. That's perplexity. But it will hallucinate, but it's got much better now. It will give you sources that it's referencing. And then the biggest thing is plagiarism. And this really became prominent with our schools because, our students, when they're trying to cut corners to do different things, they may plagiarize. Now, back in the day, it was easy for teachers to realize what that was. But now with ChatGPT, unfortunately, you have people cutting and pasting from ChatGPT or any of the other large language models, and they're putting it out there down to, and it's not just students, believe it or not. There have been actual, I heard lawyers that would put the information in, use it, and it was wrong, and they actually got fired or disbarred. So it's not just students with the plagiarism. So you want to trust but verify. So I saw this and I thought this was interesting. It said if you wouldn't copy it from a website, don't copy it from AI. You think of it using it as a guide or to launch ideas off of. That's what I use. You see a picture like, oh, I really like the way that website's laid out, or I like the way that flyer is laid out. Think of it as to get your creative juices going. Okay. So I want you to think about how you use AI to achieve your goals this year. Okay. We're just in the middle-ish of February, so we have a long ways to go. Sometimes, depending, it seems like things have been going on for 4 or 5 years, the way the world is nowadays. But how will you use AI? I want you to think about to achieve your goals this year. Do you want to start a business? Do you want to get healthy? Do you want to eat better? Do you want to help your children with their homework better? Do you want to increase your grade in high school and college up? So think about what you want to do, if even down to learning a skill. What are some things that you want to do that AI possibly can help you with? Okay. So when we're talking about AI, we're going to kind of hit on 3 different areas. We're going to talk about first kind of the large language models, which is ChatGPT, it's Gemini, it's Perplexity, and Claude. And I'm just telling you these things. So we're going to more so really talk about ChatGPT because that's probably the one, excuse me, that most people know. But with a prompt, you can use that in any of those. We call them large language models. This pre-written text, you're basically giving it instructions on what you need, what you want, what you want it to look like. So think of that with the prompt. So even if you wanted to create you an image, and we're going to look at lots of different prompts, and I have a document that you will have with different prompts that you can try in. Okay. So that's what it is. And it generates different things. Okay. So we're kind of going to talk a little bit starting with the foundation, and we're going to go up from there. All right. So remember, you heard me mention the LLMs. They're called large language models. The top 4, and I should have put Gemini here, or 5 are ChatGPT, which everyone knows, Claude. You might have been seeing more and more about Claude lately. Perplexity, which back before, Perplexity was really good and still is really good for research. Microsoft Copilot, which in the government is being used more so for Copilot and Gemini. So those are what we call the large language models. We're going to basically be working a lot in ChatGPT because that's the most well-known. And if we had to go into all others, we'd be here till midnight. Okay. All right. But let's talk about the ethics a little bit because this is important. You want to be transparent, even if you're business, even if you're doing things like say, hey, you have a AI agent, as some people call, and maybe at a different time we'll start talking about more of that. You want to be transparent. You don't want to hide that you're using AI, okay? And if you're using a tool, you want to say so. You want to cite what that tool is. The next is, remember I told you, AI hallucinates. So you want to verify facts, dates, and quotes, just like you do if you're writing a paper. You're like, this quote is from XYZ book written by so and so. Okay. And then think of it as you want to be the author. AI is your assistant. Think of AI as your assistant. The ideas and the voice, that's all your assistants. Okay. Excuse me. So we're going to talk a little about ChatGPT. So probably most of you know ChatGPT. Um, don't know if you know that ChatGPT also has an app, which is free. Now, there are a lot of different apps out there that may say they're ChatGPT. This is the actual and the official app of ChatGPT. And it's important that you use this one or the correct one because it connects to your ChatGPT account that you have on your laptop or your desktop. So anything you do on the phone on ChatGPT, it will carry over to the desktop or your laptop. So keep that um, in ideas. As I mentioned, remember, sometimes I'll be in traffic or it'll be late at night and I'll come up with an idea or a question. So instead of me getting up, getting a notebook out, writing it down, I'll take up my phone. And unfortunately, yes, it's probably right next to me. And I'll say, hey, ChatGPT, can you give me XYZ? And it also will talk back to you depending on the voice you choose. And she said, sure. And it'll kind of recite what you asked it. Now, remember, not writing this down. So then in the morning when I actually get up, I can then see the results in my account. Okay. So then we also have a way to train ChatGPT. So if you've used ChatGPT for any length of time, like I said, I started using it in 2023, the same account, same information. So it kind of knows what I'm searching, what I'm looking for, what I'm asking it for. So in the back of ChatGPT, or I should say in the settings section, and I'm going to stop the my presentation, and I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Anon, hopefully you can still see everything. I hope here. Okay, let's see. Let me know if you can. Okay. Okay, so this is my ChatGPT. Okay, and I want to show you this live. So what you want to do is over here. Okay, you want to click on your name. Now I have the Plus account. That's the $20 a month account. And if you pay for anything, you want to pay for the Plus account. Because if not, after a while, if you're doing a lot of work on ChatGPT and if you have a free account, you might have seen this. It'll kind of stall until you come back tomorrow. Okay. So for $20 a month, I mean, it is amazing the information it gives you. So if you click on there and you go to settings, okay, there's a lot of different things, but one of the important things, if you are a parent and your child has a ChatGPT account, you want to go in your parental controls here and you can link your teen to an account. So that's important as well. Okay. The other thing is your security. Turn your multi-factor authentication on. What does that mean? It means that no one can just go in here, sign in, and because you're going to be asked what your MFA, your multi-factor communication is. Mine is I have it send me a text, and sometimes people use an authenticator app. So keep that in mind, okay? Then there's data controls, and I'm just going to go over a few of these. So the data controls, I have it says improve the model for everyone. I don't want it to see or use my data or my searches to train itself. So I have mine shared off. Okay. That's what I have. But also, what I started doing here lately, there's this export data. And remember, I've been using this for about 3 years now. I exported my data here, okay? And I exported that, and then I just keep it. It downloads to my computer. So in case something happens, I have all my searches. And I saw the other day where now they're showing people how to take this data and put it like in Claude or something else. So those are some of the things you want to do, okay? And then the other things, but these are the ones I kind of wanted to highlight, okay? All right. So we're going to go back to, and while we're in ChatGPT, excuse me. So the other thing I want to show you um, here in ChatGPT. Now, this is mine. If you notice, it says we're on 5.2. When I first started, it was actually on 3 point something. So it has changed and it has grown. But now, what people have noticed, and you might have noticed, is over here on the left, there's this section called GPTs, generative, um, and I always mess up the name here. It's generative pre-trained transformers. Yes, that's a mouthful. Okay. What these are, they're like mini programs that people create. Some people have them for free, some people sell them. And you can go into the GPTs and you can find a bunch. So I'm going to explore it here. So in case you're looking for something and you don't know what it may have, or you need help with something, here are some featured ones. Okay. So check this out. They have, and you may notice Canva has a GPT that connects Canva and ChatGPT. And they're broken down here. There's writing GPTs. Okay. Which is interesting. There's a song maker. There's productivity GPTs that'll help you with your presentation or videos or photorealistic images. Okay, research and analysis. So these are like little mini programs and they're free to use. Now, what some people are starting to do, and they've been back and forth, some people are starting to charge for them because what this does, it kind of cuts your time. So if you're not good at prompting and you don't know what to put in to get the information you need, you can go and find a GPT to do that. And that's what it is. And so let me just show you. Now, I created, and you can create this too, long as you have a paid program and you come up with an idea. So because I was in the plus size industry, still am working in that, I decided to come up with a GPT for myself. And here's some other ones. This is a training counselor, and people are using these to kind of cut through the different things that people need assistance with. So these are different planners, and there's a pitch. So let's just show this. So a lot of times, if any of you young people or business people, you ever go to a networking event and they said you got 30 seconds to tell us about your company. And some people keep it real short, and then some people can go a long time. So I created a GPT, again, free, and I'll make sure you get a copy of this, called the Pitch Consultant. And I'm going to show you how this works. So it says the Pitch Consultant. So there's some option. You can help me refine your elevator pitch. You can ask it questions. You can turn a business ideas, or you can make the pitch more clear. Now, this is good because if you're not sure how to prompt, and a lot of people are not good at prompting. So let's say you want to ask questions. All you do is click on this, okay? Then what you have is, look at this here. What do you do in one simple sentence? So maybe I run a nonprofit organization for girls. Okay. So what happens is going to ask you thing by thing by thing. Who do you exactly serve? Young ladies, and I don't know, I'll just say 10 to 30 years old. Okay. Okay. So it's asking me to what's the main problem? And I'll just put lack of confidence. I don't know if it is, but I want to show you. So it's asking you questions, it's making you think. And how do you build their confidence? And I will say through exercises, attending events, meetings, mentorship. Okay. And you can do this for anything. You can do this for your job. You would just put this in here, what's going on. Okay. And look at this. What's the after result? After working with us, they go from 0 to 100 in confidence. I'm not, okay. All right. So look at that. What's the transfer? we help young ladies prepare for the business world and college. And I'm just like throwing stuff in there. Okay. So it's asking me the questions. Okay. And here's what's the name of your prophet? We're just going to say Blessed Girl, right? Now, because Nana's been doing this forever, she has this down pat. So I'm just going to put it's international because it is. Internet. And if I could spell, that would be even better. Okay. There you go. So, and here which is one program or hook we're known for want to be known for. And I'm just going to use with a confidence boot camp so we can. And sometimes with with ChatGPT, it can go on and ask you 85 questions. Okay. Um, Build confidence, as you say, right? So what happens is it wants to be clear about everything that you um need your pitch to have. And I'm just going to say complete. Hopefully it'll stop asking me 85 questions. Okay. So now with everything that I put in there, it's asking me all my questions. Well, look what it did. It created the pitch for me. A couple of them. Hi, I'm the founder of BlessedGirls, an international nonprofit helping young ladies aged 10 to 30 go from 1 to 100 in confidence. A lot of young women struggle to speak up, believe in themselves. So this would be a sample of the 30-second pitch for Anana. She could actually take all this, copy it, use it. Guess what? Change it, which I suggest because I'm sure she could add some more information to it because she runs a company. So, what do you think of this? And so, this was what we call a GPT. I created this because I got tired of people trying to come up with their pictures, and I was doing a training. I said, you know what? I want to build a GPT. So this is a little bit of what a GPT will do. Okay, and remember, it's called generative pre-trained transform. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I hope that was uh, helpful. And this is just information. And each chat GPT and GPT has its own link, which is here. And so you can share them. You can um, put them on different things like on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. You can do that. So that's ChatGPT as far as putting information in, gave you a little background and foundation. So let's talk a little bit about art and graphic success. Okay. Now, some fun things, and if you can on your phone or whatever, and some of you may have done this on ChatGPT, it will allow you to do these different things. And this is fairly new for ChatGPT. So let me go back to ChatGPT. Okay. So, and I hope it's showing. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, and over here, I'm going to go to expand it once again. Okay. So over here where it's the image, and this is some fun things you can try. And I want you to try this because everything doesn't have to be so stringent. If you go to images, right? And you might have seen these online and wasn't sure how people were doing them. Now it allows you to do a lot of these different kind of like image styles. So the big one that you might have been seeing is this character trend. Okay. And they have different ones. They have a paparazzi one here. So I'm going to do this character trend. Okay. And you upload the picture that you want and it'll do its thing. So let me show you what it actually looks like, which is crazy. So we save a little time. So I did one that was for um, my business, Digital Smart Offers. I uploaded a picture and this is what it made for me. Which is cute. I've been using it in business things. So you upload a picture, it could be any of your pictures. So it'll take your likeness and it'll create your picture. So it knew based on me using ChatGPT, it took the information. I have a new product we're launching called Digital Smart Offers. It used that. It has my name because it knows my name because it uses it. And and it creates that information. Okay, so those are some things it did. Also, I used one that was called paparazzi. Here's what it gave me, and this is so that we don't have to wait for it to happen. So paparazzi, let me see if we can go up a little bit. So paparazzi made me look like, and all I did was upload my picture, and I am, and it made it like paparazzi. So as a business owner, you can use these things to give you different images. As a student, you may have something you're working on or a presentation, and you want not just a picture of yourself, but you want something that's unique. So this is the paparazzi. So you can always go, even if you have a free account, go into here and play around with it. They have these things also called plushies. As you notice, she looks a little bit like me. So I did a plushie that looked like me. So these are kind of fun things that you can do, or artistic things. Okay. Anana, I'm not sure. Are there any questions so far? Because I can't see if there are.
No questions yet, just the comments.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Any good comments? Had anyone ever seen those things or not?
No, they were saying they're very cute.
Okay.
But they didn't know they were available for free.
Yeah, you can go on your free account. You sure can. All right. So we're going to keep it moving because we have a lot more to go to. Okay. So that is just the characters and different characters that you can do. All right. So then, now let's talk about AI for school success. So remember, I said ChatGPT is great if you want to ask the questions. If you're thinking about a career, or you're a young man or woman, I can't tell you how many different versions of what I was going to do in life I went through. And I wish I had something like this that I could just cut and paste and put the information in there. So this is actually a prompt. Remember, we were talking about prompts. And it says, ask me 12 questions to identify careers that fit my strengths, personality, and lifestyle needs. Then suggest 5 career paths. For each path, list biggest benefits, biggest risk, etc. So if you notice in this prompt, and I want to go back to ChatGPT, it is not vague, right? It is detailed. So it's just not asking me to find, and I don't need a picture for this, just 12 questions to identify a career that fits my strength. I didn't stop there. I asked it my personality, lifestyle, career path. Now remember, I've been using ChatGPT, so it remembers all the stuff that I put in there. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it put that in there as well. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to run this, and I'm going to be real interested to see what it's going to come up with. Okay. And I'm going to take a little sip of my tea. So look at this, and I want you to try this, and I have this available in the handout for you. It's asking me 12 questions that's going to be easy for me to answer really quick. Okay. Energy and flow, what kind of tasks? So it's going to ask me all these different questions, right? Okay. Skills, and because this is the only way it's going to really know about me. Now, if you don't like typing all this, which a lot of people don't, okay, what you can then do is you can dictate the answers, whether you have a phone or like me, I have an external microphone. All you have to hit is this and talk. So if you don't like typing at all into ChatGPT, you can talk the questions, the things you want it to do. So you can take this, you can answer all these questions without typing a thing. You may say number 1, energy of flow, and you may put that in there. You may just go down the line. So I find that extremely helpful, because after a while you're like, I'm not going to keep typing all these, but these are different things. And it will then give you the response to those. And I think that is like really, really useful to do. Okay. So that's one thing you can do. All right. So we talked about ChatGPT, and I showed you a prompt that you can use. We talked about the GPTs, or things, little mini programs. This one right here, this notebook LM, this is a game changer for students, for parents. And when I show it to you, you'll understand what I mean. And more importantly, it's free. Free 99. Don't mind me, I get excited about free. So Notebook LM is a Google product. So you need a Gmail to access it. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Okay. And I recorded it real quick because sometimes in the internet. So you go with your Gmail and you can use the link up here. You can upload up to 50 sources. A source could be a text file. A source could be a YouTube channel. A source could be a YouTube link. It could be a PDF. It could be a website. It could be connected to your Google Drive. These are actually, you can upload all of these different things, okay? And that's what it's doing right now. If you want to cut and paste text, you can do it here. So once you do that, there's 3 sections of it, okay? The first section is where all the sources are. And if you don't have the sources with you, or you might have forgot some and said, oh, I need to add these, you can click here and add more sources. For each notebook, that means the book, that's what we're in, and you can have more than one. That's kind of like, these are all your source files, okay? The middle section is pulling all the content from this side, and it's kind of summarizing it in the middle. Not only is it summarizing in the middle, right here you can ask it questions. Isn't that crazy? Then all the way over here are the different things you can make up. So I'm going to show you it live because this is just not doing it justice. And I get a little excited, so don't mind me. Okay, we're going to go into Notebook LM. And as you see, I have quite a few, okay? So I have one on a product we're working on called Digital Smart Offer, okay? So what I have over to the left, I've uploaded PDFs, I uploaded docs, I don't think I have any YouTube channels, all different things. If for some reason I want some more sources, or if maybe I want to search the web for new sources, okay, and I might just want to put coupon information, okay, it will go out and it will search the web. And remember, why? Because it is a Google product, okay? So I uploaded all these different things. So what you can do, if you have a PDF, maybe it's of a book, or something that your teacher hasn't given you, if you're an adult, you can do the same thing. People that do proposals, they love this section, or they're required, or information about uh, RFPs, which is requests for proposals coming in, or quotes. They love this because they can upload up to 50 per notebook. Okay, got that part. Now, what you can do here is in the middle, and did I just get out? In the middle section is putting all that in here. So look at this. Now, I had asked mine questions, okay? And I put it in here and I said, what specific campaign type, blah, blah, blah. It answers it because guess why? It's pulling it all from this side. Isn't that amazing? So think of how you can use this to study, okay? You can use all of this to study. I hope I'm not getting rid of, I don't know why I did that. Okay, so that's one thing you could do, okay? Now, the good part comes. So say you're trying to study for an exam and you have the information, or you have your notes, or you've typed the notes and you need to study for a quiz. Over here on the right-hand side, you have various different things you can do. So this can be used for homework. This can be used for presentations. This can be used for studying. So over here where it says quiz, okay, or flashcards, parents. So if you wanted to, you don't have to write these things out, but say I wanted to make a quiz, you can click on that and it's generating a quiz. Now, if you want it more detailed, you always want to hit this little edit button, this little pencil. And it says number of questions, fewer, standard, or more, level of difficulty, easy, medium, or hard. Anyone can use this. Job, parents, high school, college, you name it. And then if there's a particular topic, you can type that here. So you can do any of this, and guess what? It's free. Okay, can I tell you free 99? So what I did also, if you're looking for ways to put information together for social media posts, it does that. And I want to show you that. So remember I said this is a new product we're coming out with. This is called Digital Smart Offers, okay? Let's see what it made the quiz. So offers quiz, I'm going to click on that. Now over here, let's see what it looks like. So here's the first question. It made by itself 12 questions. What's the primary strategic difference between offer directory and voucher? And then you would choose which one it is, okay? And then I'll just say that. And it says not quite. So can you imagine if you needed to study for an exam, how to do this, okay? Now, what I have for you that will help you a lot is I have some prompts that you can put in that's going to be available to you, okay? Where is it at? Okay. It's called, I have prompts for careers, but I also have effective prompts to maximize productivity or career and up. So if we just double click on that, and these you could just cut and paste and use them in right into Notebook, okay? Already ready for you. So you just cut and paste this here, you put it in here and have it answer for you. So I kind of cut down some of the stuff for you so you don't get lost. We also gave you some different for careers in Notebook LM prompts. This is all free and all available to you for careers and entrepreneurship. So look at this, skills to job translator. You can put all these different things in Notebook as well as in to upskill. So we have a lot of options for you. And this is how AI can help you kind of go to the next level. Okay. All right. So, and this is upskilling prompts that you can add as well. Business idea finder that you can use. Okay. So you can either use this in Notebook or you can use it ChatGPT, or if you like Claude, it can do them all. It can even make videos. Okay. And again, this is free. And if you have a account, a workspace account with Google, you can use all these different things. So you can make audios, videos, mind maps, reports. So what I would suggest for you, try this out, because remember, it's what, free 99, right? And start just playing around with it. Put some stuff in it from school and see what happens. And remember, I also have this link available for you in the other information. So let me just show you. I was working on a report for our launch, right? And like, imagine if so Anana could do this for BlessedGirls. Maybe she's doing a presentation to get some more money or show things that BlessedGirls have done. She could put that content or the report in there and then say, okay, I want it in the colors of, the colors of BlessedGirl. And it did this all on its own. I did not do anything. Only thing I asked it was put it in my company's colors. And it creates this based on the content. This is when AI is good. Okay. So that's just something you can do there. So I can't wait to see what you come up with there. Now we're getting close to the end. So the other thing I want to show you is Gamma. Some of you that might have been on our things before. Gamma is a quick way for you to do a presentation without having to create what it looks like, etc. Gamma will do presentations that look like PowerPoints. And what you do, you just put in here the presentation. The content, like, so if you wanted to do presentation, I think I did one on how to groom. This is the one how to, no, this was daycare center for, I think, dogs. Okay, I put it in there, and I had to do a presentation. You can put this here for a daycare center. Okay, and you can choose the colors. It does this all on its own. I just typed in what I want, but look what it does. It takes the information based on what I asked it, remember, daycare center, and it's making this presentation. You can change pictures, you can change colors, you can change content, and this is called Gamma. And you can sign up for free. But Gamma and you can even do websites on Gamma. I haven't tried them. I have a friend that she actually is making money creating websites with Gamma by just typing in what she wants it to do. So Gamma is another thing that you could do. Okay. All right. As I told you, there's a lot going on. So um, it may seem overwhelming, but I want to just touch on these 4 different kind of tools. As Nana mentioned, there are tools that come out every day. There are thousands and thousands of tools, but there are certain ones that are in my tech stack, and I'm showing you what those are. So how many of you guys have ever heard of Gemini or Nano Banana? Gemini is a large language model, but it is amazing for um, for um, for different images. Again, you sign in with your Gmail, gemini.google.com. Okay. And we're going to go show you what it looks like live. Okay. So you go to Gemini, and it says, where should we start? Did I sure did. So you can go to Gemini, and you can create some amazing images for Gemini. Okay. Again, it uses a prompt. Remember I told you about the prompts? The prompt you just type in, and you type it in there, and you may say, use this following picture. I haven't tried the music, but I did create the images, okay, on Gemini. Now, another fun thing I have for you guys in the Blessed Girl, let me see where it is. In the Blessed Girls thing, and superhero me. So these are fun things you can find. This is the prompt. And this, I haven't tried it in ChatGPT, but I want to show you what it looks like Gemini. All I'm going to do is, using a photo I uploaded, okay? I'm going to go into Gemini, and this is the prompt. And you can try this yourself, and it may be fun, but you have to upload a video. An image. So I'm going to go and find an image off my computer. Here, let's see which one we should use. And I have different pictures. Let's just use this one. So I uploaded a picture of myself, and I said, using the photo I uploaded, transfer me into a superhero. I cannot wait to see what this is going to look like. You can do this with any picture. You can do it with a picture of your puppy if you want, or your baby sister, or your dad, or your mom, or your friend. This is the superhero version. Look what it did. It made me a superhero. All I did was put the prompt in and my picture in there, and it made me the superhero. And I've given you a couple of different ones. We had the superhero. Let me see. I think we had high fashion model. Okay. Athletic sports star. So these are fun things that you can do. And Gemini is really, really good for images. Okay. And it keeps all the images you did. I did an image for Valentine's Day where I uploaded an image here, and I actually asked, and this is what it did. Okay, so you can use this for work, for fun, for church, any of these different things. So this is Gemini, and Gemini is all about images. It's one that will keep it looking like your face, unlike others, because sometimes when you use images, they have you coming out looking like somebody totally different. So it'll do that. I did one of my puppy. I used to have a chocolate lab, Hershey. So there's a lot of different things. I did myself This is one I did of me on a magazine. This was, I'm sorry, this was the Successful Entrepreneur. So that's a nice professional photo, right? So I didn't have to worry about getting dressed. I didn't have to worry about photographer doing it. You can do all of that there. Okay. This one I asked to be on the cover of a magazine. So it's amazing what you can do with these different things. Okay. So that's called Gemini. All right. And we are rounded up. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay. So, business, and as far as business, you can do so many things with, as a business owner and a single one. I was actually looking for a virtual assistant, but now that I have AI is my virtual assistant because I can ask it to do social media posts, to create different things for branding, etc. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you really quick, you might have heard of this term called vibe coding. I don't know if any of you heard of vibe coding. So what vibe coding is, you can type in what you want it to create for you. So if you wanted to create a website, you could do that. If you wanted to create, I decided, I got tired of a lot of times when you have a logo and you want to keep the same colors, or anything you want to keep the same colors. It runs by these things called hex codes. And I got tired of trying to figure out the hex code on my different things, right? So then what I did, I said, I went to Lovable. Now, Lovable, you type what you want it to create for you, and it does it. So, but let me tell you the cheat code. If you go in the chat GPT and say, hey, I need I want to create a website of X in Lovable. Can you give me the code to do that? It will write it for you. And in this case, you can cut and paste it. So let me show you what I did. I got tired of trying to figure out what the hex code was. So I said, I'm going to create an app. I don't know the first thing about coding at all. Okay. So what it did for me, I went into ChatGPT. I said, can you give it to me what it is? And I asked it to, and I put it into Lovable. That's what this is, called lovable.dev. Okay. And it, because I asked it, and these are my colors, look what it did. It did all this. I didn't code. I don't know how to code at all whatsoever. But what it did, it actually created this thing for me. So instead of me trying to figure out, and there was a website I used to go to, it went bye-bye. I now can upload an image, right? Any image. So say I wanted to upload, let's use, I think I still have it. Say I wanted to upload a particular, say these cookies, for example. And I wanted to see what this color was. See how the number changes, or the color? That's a hex code. If I click on it, so I know that green is the same, and it's giving that to me. And but say I want to use Canva or something else, and it asks me for a hex code, HEXCODE. I could put that in there and know it is the exact same green. I created this in like 5 minutes, and that's just a little bit of what it does. So Lovable, and maybe down the line, I work with Anana. We'll do just a workshop just on creating, and it's called Vibe coding, VIBE coding, and you might hear that term. It will create websites. Check this out. I asked it to create me a code information for websites. I didn't code any of this website. Look what it did. So what's happening with AI, it is cutting not only time, but it's allowing small businesses to get things done faster, as you can see. So isn't that amazing? So I could change these pictures if I want, all of that. So this is one of them. Lovable is probably the most user friendly. There's a couple of others, but vibe coding is really big. People are making money off of these tools. just to give you an idea. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. So we are rounding it out. Let's see. We talked about vibe coding. So I have a couple of things for you guys, and you can feel free to scan this QR code. This is just going to give me some feedback. And once you do scan it, what will happen is I'll show you what you'll get. Let me just minimize this real quick. Nana, do you have any questions from our attendees?
Yes, you had mentioned nano.
Nano banana is in Gemini. It's part of Gemini. That's what it uses, the graphics. Gotcha. Nano, Nano, banana, as in the banana. I don't know where they get these names from.
And earlier, I think it was something about mind mapping. There was a question about that. What's mind mapping?
Yes. So mind mapping, yeah, I'll show you. Mind mapping will take something that you've, let me see if it already have. Take it and it will make a map, that's a visual map of the content. So you know how you flow, kind of like a flow chart. I don't know why I call it a flow chart. It'll take the mind map. It'll take the information. So remember the information that I created over here. I mean, I uploaded it. I just asked it to do a mind map. This is what it looks like. This is a mind map.
Gotcha.
So see how it breaks off?
Wow, right.
Mm-hmm. So again, if you're ever doing a presentation or things of that sort, it kind of breaks it out. It's like a flow chart.
Okay, very good. Wow, mind map, flow chart. And then it was about, go ahead.
No, you were saying something.
And I think it was through, because I was questioning about creating flashcards and study guides. That was through Notebook LM as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, that's right here. In Notebook LM, you can do it. Even does video overviews. Now which is crazy. When I say for something free, I get excited when it's free stuff and with value. So I can create a video overview if I wanted to. And let me show you what it looks like. Remember, it's pulling from what I uploaded. And guess what? If I don't want all of this included, I can uncheck and say, no, I just wanted this included here. And then I go over here and say, create the video for. Look what it did. It created a 2-minute video.
All right, let's talk coupon reach.
Okay.
It's a digital.
So, I mean, you don't have a lot of control over, but you know it's pulling information.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. I don't even know. And it was something else you were talking about. Maybe it was the chat. I'm hearing feedback. Maybe it's me. How they can use this. We're talking about career, but also even for degree. You know, girls might not, girls just in general, you might not be sure what to go into. You know, okay, I'm going to college, but what should I go for? And seeing how ChatGPT can really even give guidance in that based upon their responsibilities. They're not just their responsibilities, but their characteristics, their personalities. And I never even thought about it like that. So just from today's session, I see how you can even get a lot of career guidance.
Yeah. So this guidance, is so in the what you'll do is I put all the Blessed Girl resources here and in a drive for you guys. So this is the resources, but here's the upskilling prompts for career and entrepreneurship. And here's this one for Notebook. But say they just go in here. So guys, if you're not really good at prompting per se, and this will start you off. So this is how many? I think this is 10. And remember you were talking about future-proof plan for the career. You put, anytime you see the brackets, you just put it, so for career path, nursing, explain how AI is changing it. You can always, these are starters. You can always add to this.
Right.
Keep that in mind. You can always add to this information here. So you're not totally stuck. So if you guys will just give me feedback, you can scan this QR code. It will, once you do it, it'll take you to this drive, and I'll make sure you get this, Anana. And this in the drive has all these things. We have the resource page, and this is the resource page, just so to give, because I want to give you guys some information on why I take that.
Yeah. Oh, you gave it plenty.
Yeah. So that you'll have, I was thinking, there it is. Here are even some more prompts, okay? Audiences. These are all prompts, okay? And just cut and paste it. These, anytime you see these numbers, these are what we call hex codes, okay? I also added some AI detectors, like for plagiarism and for AI that you can try out. The second thing here is a business idea. So if you guys have an idea for a business, put it here. This is one we created, and it'll tell you like the background, if it's good or whatever. Remember, these are the things for the images, and this is the elevator pitch GPT. This is the link for Notebook. This is the link for Lovable, Gamma. Yeah, and this is my contact information here at the bottom. Yep.
Awesome.
I know it was a lot. We had an hour, but
no, jam-packed and valuable things. Are you kidding me? When I was thinking about it, there's so much here. I mean, you're talking about productivity, time, efficiency. You know, a lot of times, you know, we are behind, right? We think, you know, we're not really a part of the conversation, and we're not really, you know, sure on how to use these resources. Go in with them, try them out, you know, explore, right? Just take some courage and get out there and do it.
It's no, and I want you to think of it, ladies, and if there's gentlemen watching, there's no age limit. And I want to tell you what I found in a lot of the AI certification programs. I mean, I got my certification in 24. I started in 23. There's a lot of African American women 40 and up who are in this AI game. It's almost like a second career for them, where they're using what they learned, what they have 20, 30 years in, and they're using AI to make money, teaching people how to do it. Veterans, there's a lot of veterans here. So it's leveling the playing field, y'all. Even though some people are trying to wipe us out, we ain't going nowhere. And AI is doing it. Because you can sit home, you can be a 10-year-old and say, hey, I like making presentations for Gamma. You could talk to your mother. It's like, hey, Mom, you know, do you have some friends that need presentation? Because if you can hit a pain point that somebody has, and you know, a small business, we don't have time for all this, nor do we have a whole lot of money. So that's where AI is coming in.
Right.
You can take one of these tools, one, and make some money and have a business.
That part. I told y'all, she don't play. She always entrepreneurial in mind.
Because it's one tool. I have one girlfriend. She has used Gamma. She has perfected it for websites. And she's not a technical person. She's making money now creating a website. And guess what? It's in minutes. And she's charging people $5,000, $7,000, $500, $700, $1,000. Because it takes some minutes.
Yeah. So, and these are tools that are here, and a lot of times we're the ones hiring and paying someone else to do things that we can, you know, have access to. Just take some time to get in there, you know, learn it, develop it for yourself.
Let me tell you, between that or different things and YouTube, everybody and their mama's teaching you something. Everyone.
It definitely levels the playing field. This was incredible. I know I want to let you go, but I am so grateful. And what I want to ask on air, because what I would love to do is really have like a boot camp. You know, I'm going to survey.
I would love to do it in person, because we're doing, just to let you know, I was my company was hired to do a returning citizens AI accelerated that's going to be for 9 weeks, starting next Saturday.
Okay.
Where we're going and training our returning citizens. And for you all who don't know that term, people that are coming out of the prison
Mhm.
system,
Mhm.
men and women,
Mhm.
and we're going to do it. It's in person. So because, as you know, a lot of times virtual is hard because I can't
Yeah,
really see if they're
yeah,
getting it.
exactly.
I can't see if they're asking questions, but I think a boot camp would be great, like a weekend boot camp.
Yeah, let's do that. Like for the spring, once the girls are out of school, they're
Yeah.
coming home. Maybe like a summer boot camp. We'll come up with it. Make
And you know what's
a
happening now
complete-
too? That's one area they're giving money for.
Okay.
Grants is
Okay.
AI.
Very good.
That's one
Okay.
thing they're doing right. Yeah.
So we're coming back. This was just a small preview, just for you guys to put a pin in and learn some things. But I really can see us doing something in the summer in person. Everybody come with their laptops or their tablets, right? Learn, but get to work, right? Come again with your ideas, the things you want to accomplish, and come and make
And
it
we
happen.
didn't even talk about people creating music.
Yeah, albums.
Writing
Oh,
books.
wow. Yeah.
We didn't even go into that. I didn't want to we could have been here all day because it's so much.
Yeah.
It is so much. It's a lot.
Yeah. No,
Thank
this
you
was
for having me.
absolutely. No, thank you. I mean, I'm honored. Listen, y'all, if you could just tell someone, she is definitely passionate about what she does.
Yeah, a little
knows
bit.
it very, very well.
It levels the playing field for us. It levels the playing field. Nobody, you can't get left behind.
That's right. There's no excuses. No excuses, right?
No.
And it's here in the United States. We know we have a global audience. I think we had young ladies from India sign up. We had girls in South Africa sign up. So we all have, access.
And just let you know, Facebook just bought this company for billions of dollars who had only been out a year, called Manus.
Okay.
It's another what they call large language model like ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So when they start putting money into stuff like billions,
right,
it ain't going nowhere.
Just getting started.
And I have been using Manus since it came out through another mentor, a Black woman, Dr. Kim, mentor, who told us about it. I'm in her group. So it changes every day. Telling you.
Very, very good. Wow. Again, what a powerful and necessary conversation.
Yes.
Thank you again, Janine. On behalf of Blessed Girls and everyone watching today, we want to just thank you for your clarity, your wisdom, breaking things down in a way that makes it very practical, right? Comfortable, and empowering. So I appreciate your time today. And stay tuned. I know I got to make sure, even if you just give me the QR code, so I can just put it up on our page for everybody to go in and give
I'll email it right after we get on, and I'll email you the QR code and the link for the QR code.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna let you go. I took up enough of your time on this Saturday morning. Even in all things, we're celebrating Black History Month and take an opportunity to empower our people, even in the space of technology.
Hey guys, send me an email. Let me know what you make with this stuff if it helps you. I would love to know that.
Yes. And on there, where are you at again? Well, tell them on Instagram. Most of the crew is here on IG. How can they find you?
Instagram, I'm Danzo Digital Media.
Danzo, okay.
Facebook, Danzo Digital Media.
All right. Well, thank you.
Danzo Digital Media.
Everything Danzo. You can find it that way. Gigi Biggins. Make sure you connect with her. Show her some love out there. And we'll definitely get some, testimonials and things going forward. Great. But I want you to have a great day, a great weekend.
Thank you guys
so much. I'm saying Janine, but she is Gigi on here. See, I know I see
you too. Okay. Yes. That's my Janine is my government name.
That's it. Now I was doing the government name. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you guys again for tuning in today. Obviously, having Gigi on, she didn't just teach us about technology, she gave us the tools and the perspective. And so that I'm truly grateful for her time and her expertise. And again, go show her some love. Find her on all social media platforms. I will show that QR code so you can definitely answer some questions and give her some information as we honor the value that she poured into us today. To everyone who joined, whether you're a student, a parent, educator, professional, thank you for growing with us today. The fact that you showed up today says something powerful about you. It says that you are not afraid of the future, but you are preparing preparing for it. And at Blessed Girls, that is what we do. We create spaces where girls and women are educated, they are empowered and equipped to lead with confidence, integrity, and purpose. And we do this through our relationships, clearly through our careers and in life. And we are just getting started. As Gigi said, we are going to plan something for a summer session in person where we can have a boot camp and you guys can come and really learn and walk this thing out. And it's just full encompassing your relationships, right? Your way of communicating and connecting with others. All right, so stay tuned for that. Just by way of announcements, we're excited to invite you to our upcoming Love on Top event. This is going to be an experience for our teen moms and pregnant teens. That's happening next Saturday. That will be in person here in New Brunswick. So stay tuned or go to blessedgirls.com and you can learn more about that. So we'll be, again, that audience is more for teen moms and pregnant, expecting moms and dads, actually. But we want you to come out for our Love on Top. We'll have some trainings, a whole lot of gifts, things for the mom, for the baby, and helping and supporting you in this time and in this place, okay? Listen, make sure you stay connected. Follow us on Blessed Girls NJ. If you are connected to us on Facebook, there you are. Please share this information from today. You just never know who can take this and make incredible things happen. Right? You know, the ideas that are in your head, you're not sure how to bring it to fruition, what to do with it. Realizing today that AI can be a tool that can help you to really map this thing out and take your life, your business, your career to the next level. So make sure that you stay connected with us. Share this broadcast, tag someone who needs it, and continue the conversation at home and in classrooms. Technology is evolving, the culture will shift, but our purpose remains constant. We continue to be tech savvy. Let's continue to grow, to be purpose driven, and most of all, let's continue to lead. You know, continue to be bold, to be you, and to be blessed. I'll see you later. Have a great day.